Okay, today I'm talking about ICT Silver Bullet strategy. This was one of the easiest models I found when I was learning, um, you know, trying to become profitable. This is by far the simplest strategy I've ever seen. And all you need is 2 times a day and the 5 minute on whatever. So, what do you do? Well, it's more, what are you looking for? So, what do we want to see first? We want to see a high or low get taken out from Asian and London session. Or sorry, fuck off. And we're also looking for the value gaps. That's it. That's all we're looking for. Highs and lows be taken out and a fair value gap. So let's look here. I'm in backtesting. And let's mark out the times which we need. So start of Asia session or Asia pre-market is 6 p.m. By the way, I'd recommend you change your time zone to New York, UTC -4. And that goes on until midnight. And then this goes on until 6. Now, we need these, and I'd also mark out the 9:30. This is New York Open. And this is when you're gonna wanna you don't wanna look at the charts before this. Okay. No matter where you are, you don't wanna look before 9:30. 9:30, you get in, you load up charts, and you have about 30 minutes prep time to, mark out everything, see what got taken and whatnot. And we have this between 10 and 11. This is our first trading window. Here, let me make this black. And our second trading window would be from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Now, see from here, we can see, let's just mark out the lows and highs of Asia. And then the low, this session still isn't actually done. Okay. And the low and the high of London. Let me make this a different color, just so it's a bit easier to tell which one's which. Now we can see Asian highs got swept. So now we're going to look for shorts. If a high gets taken, we look for shorts. If a low gets taken, we look for longs. So let's just get rid of all of this. Okay. So here, now we look for the first value gap from 10 a.m. Or the first bearish early gap, sorry, I should say. Okay. So I went too far already. Shit. This is all in the fight. Okay, I'm getting rid of these. Hurting my eyes. So we see this value gap here. We want to enter off it. We want to have our stop loss just above the first candle. So value gaps come in a 3 candle pattern, bang, bang. Just as an example. This would be our fairly gap. We have candle 1, 2, and 3. That's a really shit drawing, but you can, yeah, you know what I mean. I'll just leave that there. So you put up the first candle, and we'll target go 1 to 2. See how this plays out. Okay, got stopped, but that's fine. Honestly, you probably should have targeted more like down here by this low. That would have been a better entry instead of just a fix 1 to 2. But now we look for another short on here. I actually can't tell if that's no. It's gonna be another fair value gap. We enter off this. Have our stop loss there. Actually up there. And target this low here. Here. Okay. So this one hit. That was quite close there. I don't know why I didn't tap it, but that's fine. But yeah, would have made that there. So now we're back here. This is the next day, for example. As you can see, we marked out our 8 p.m., midnight, 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And we can see here that we had this range, so these highs and lows for Asia, and we had these highs and lows for London. And we can see here that we swept Asian highs on London, but after London, we also swept lows. So here, we can either look for both longs and shorts. And we didn't get a fair value gap in this range, so what do? We don't trade. We just wait until next. Was that fair value gap? I again can't know. Here. And it doesn't matter, again, about the size. If it's a fair value gap, it will hit. Well, I shouldn't say it will hit it, but it's got a good chance of hitting. And we can target this fair value gap down here. If you're wondering what this indicator is, it is OFIF by Turk. Yeah, there's not really much settings for it, but there. And just like that, this one hit. Look, we have our stop loss above the first candle, and had the Maybe we could have targeted a 1 to 2, and I would have hit as well. But again, this strategy is one of the simplest strategies I've ever seen and used, and it helped me become profitable in the beginning parts. This is not a strategy based for people who are already experienced in trading. This is for beginners who want a good understanding of how markets work. And a strategy to trade with, which is super simple